Are you as skeptical about using amp sims as I am, and do you think they sound as good as a real amplifier? We're in the middle of a 3-part video series on recording guitars in Studio One, and last week we looked at how to record using real amplifiers, and today what we're going to do is talk about using amp sims and specifically Ampire within Studio One, and see if Ampire sounds as good as a real amplifier. Let's jump in. Okay, so this is Ampire in Studio One, and some of the advantages just of using amp sims over a tube amp is that you can endlessly change the sounds. So just by a click of a button, I can just choose between different amps and amp cabinets. So it's almost like using MIDI instruments where you can just change different instrument sounds. It's almost like that using amp sims. And also, you know, when you're using tube amps in particular, they can be a little bit finicky. So, you know, some days they sound great, other days they're just getting a little bit fussy and they don't feel like working. So I think that's some of the advantages of using this, you know, right off the bat. Okay, so this is Ampire, as I've mentioned, and then here is the input controls. These are kind of some of the basic controls. Here you can click on what you want to see or what you don't want to see using this. This scrolls through and you can see some of the different amps down here below. Okay, and then you can also choose between different cabinets over here if you want to choose like a certain amp and then a different cabinet. Right here is kind of cool. They have different mic setups, so you could use any different kind of mic configuration there. Here is a tuner, so you can tune your guitar, and then finally the output. So some really neat stuff, and I want to play you an example here of just what it's like when I just change the different amp sounds. So this is a little song I've recorded, and here's the rhythm guitar. By the way, this is a Vox sound. So then it switches to a little bit more of a Mesa Boogie. Kind of a Marshall sound. No amp. So you can see how powerful that is just by switching the different amp sounds within that and how much play you have. By the way, down here is some pedals. I don't have any of these enabled, but they have a ton. You can just click down here and just go through different pedals if you want to put that in your pedal chain. Okay, so I want to show you, which is really cool. This is my pedal setup. This is how I have it on Studio One. And by the way, I just want to thank Joe Gilder because I got this effects change from him and I kind of edited it a little bit, but it was a great starting place. And what is first in the chain is a splitter. And this is just so cool. This is my favorite part because you can put 2 different amplifiers and then split them right or left very easily by using the splitter channel. And then after that I have analog delay, a fat channel, and a room reverb for this. So let me actually just open this one. So this is a lead track that I did with 2 different analog delays, the fat channel and the room reverb. Okay, so on one channel I have the Vox, and then on the other I have a more of a Marshall sound, and then followed by an analog delay, the fat channel, which is so cool, another analog delay, and then finally a room reverb. So let's give that a listen and just see what that sounds like. Let me just solo this out so you can just hear the guitars. So pretty cool. I'm really impressed. I loved this sound, and I think that if you're just recording, I highly encourage you guys to try using Ampire within Studio One. So my opinion is that if you're looking for really authentic guitar tones and you're playing maybe blues music or classic rock, you might want to still consider a tube amp. However, if you're layering a lot of guitar tracks and you're playing more modern sounds, I think the Ampire has really, really great tones and can do the job just as well for you. If you found value in this video, I really appreciate if you subscribe to this channel. Also, I have a free gift for you. If you click on the link in the description below, there's a 5-step guitar tone checklist, and what it is a guide that helps you improve your own guitar tone using your current gear. I'll see you in the next video.